Hello, everyone. It's Charlton. It's the 11 o'clock news in Philadelphia. There's protests in Philadelphia, Rittenhouse Square, or something, over the the administration's policy of separating children from their parents at the detention center at McAllen, Texas. It's everywhere, man. It's all anybody's talking about. It's complete madness. So, here was Corey Lewandowski on a Fox News show. I don't even know. I know this show. I forget her name. Sandra somebody. So, and everybody's freaking out about this because one of the Democratic person is talking about somebody with a child with Down syndrome, which is obviously tragic and stuff, but there's so many things to this. This resembles a lot to me another situation where children were involved and you weren't allowed to say anything, and basically silencing the opposition because the topic is children. And it's like Parkland. It is, dude, and it's outrageous. There's so many different things you could say about this, but and everyone's freaking out about this, and they're just like the outrage is over the top. But here's the clip. I'll play it a couple. It's all in a Twitter feed where most of the places have it, and the quality is really low. You can't see it. This seems to be the best, so I'll play this one.
A 10-year-old girl with Down syndrome who was taken from her mother and put in a cage. I read about did you say want to a 10-year-old with Down syndrome being taken from her mother?
What I said is you can pick anything you want up, but the bottom line is very clear.
How dare you?
When you cross
absolutely
the border
dare you,
illegally, you
How
have
dare
given
you?
up the
We have
rights of
infants
this
that are being
country.
taken from their
we
mothers.
are a country with
We have
borders. We are a
infants that are
country
being
of laws.
stolen from their
when
mothers
you
and put into
choose to
cages.
cross this country illegally, your parents understand this. They understand something very clearly.
Today about a 10-year-old girl with Down syndrome who was taken from her mother and put in a cage. I read about did you say want to a 10-year-old with Down syndrome
what
being
I
taken
said
from
is
her
you can
mother?
pick anything you want up, but the bottom line is
How
very
dare
clear.
you?
When you
How
cross
absolutely
the border,
dare you?
Here's over at MSNBC. They have their own version.
I read today about a 10-year-old girl with Down syndrome who was taken from her mother and put in a cage. I read about did you say want to a 10-year-old with Down syndrome being taken from her mother?
What I said is you can pick anything you want up, but the bottom line is very clear.
How dare you?
When you
How
cross
absolutely
the border
dare you,
illegally, you
How
have
dare
given
you?
up.
There you have the reaction to a story in the Wall Street Journal about how, as a result of this Trump policy,
So listen, it's just gotten ridiculous. It really has, similar to other situations. But I can make so many points. But one point I will make is, the journey from wherever they came from, and they're all from many different countries. A lot of them are different parts of Central America, and they came through Mexico. Some of them were coming from Mexico. But the journey they made to get here was, in many cases, extremely dangerous, And actually, this part of the journey is probably one of the safest aspects. At this point, they're like, they're relieved. Even though I'm not like glad anybody's in a cage. I'm not glad anybody's separated from their parents. I'm just saying that in terms of this whole journey that they just took, once they got to here, they're like, oh, thank goodness. Okay. So the most dangerous places where they could die, right? And die in the desert. America had nothing to do with that. All right. America had zero to do with that, wherever they were when it was way worse, way more dangerous, and where they were scared for their lives. America had nothing to do with that. Who put them in that position? Whatever. But I'm just saying, nobody from America put them in that situation. Okay. And by this point, they're just thrilled to death that they made it to the end of the thing, so it's all this stuff is just silly, man. Megyn Kelly is, she's saying about Corey Lewandowski. She tweeted about, there's an article there. Here she is on Twitter saying, there is no low to which this coward, Corey Lewandowski, won't sink. This man should not be afforded a national platform to spew his hate. That's right. He should not be allowed to talk. Nobody should be allowed to talk who has a different opinion than anyone who speaks up for these poor children. It's just really silly. It's outrageous. And, of course, Megyn Kelly would know. Craziness. So, here I saw her earlier today on something. It's the same topic, but they're talking about different things. And I saw, it's just silliness. I don't know what's going on with her show. She looks different for sure. But this clip caught my attention earlier today. If it'll play for me, which won't. You're such a turkey.
And no training,
so-called
the
Muslim
people on the front lines.
Yep.
So what we have is policy first, and then there's a sort of like backfill. And even Anthony Scaramucci, the mooch, remember the mooch?
Please, who cares what he thinks?
He's actually been critical.
You don't even
Donald
have
Trump.
To finish that sentence because literally no one cares what he thinks.
But he's been critical of his former boss.
Who cares? Honestly, my dog Basha has some feelings on it too. But Megyn, you tell me, because you've got the political matter, and President Trump ran on this. I said this yesterday. He made very clear he wanted a zero tolerance.
I like Scaramucci a lot. He's the man. He's awesome. He's super cool. He's a very nice guy, A lot nicer than her, dude. All right. Well, that's the end of this video. And thanks for watching my videos. Please subscribe to my channel. Give me a like down below. I'll see you in the next video. Later, man.